I chose to do my project on wildfires. Wildfires are self-sustaining, rapid, high-temperature biochemical oxidation reactions. They release heat, light, and other products, including carbon dioxide and water vapor, which are the most abundant gases released. Also, nitrogen oxides, carbonyl sulfide, carbon monoxide, methyl chloride, and hydrocarbons such as methane. These gases plus soot compromise some of the smoke observed during wildfires. Wildfires require heat, light, and oxygen. Where do wildfires occur? Wildfires occur in risky areas in the US and Canada. These areas are in close proximity to grasslands, shrublands, woodlands, and tundra during dry season. These are most common in the western US and Alaska. Why do wildfires occur? Fires occur based on weather, fuel, and topography. There are 3 phases of wildfires, including pre-ignition, combustion, and extinction. The first phase, pre-ignition, is when fuel is brought to both a temperature and water content that favors ignition. This involves 2 processes, preheating and pyrolysis. Preheating is when fuel loses water and other volatile compounds. Pyrolysis means heat divided, and it is an ongoing process that chemically degrades the fuel. These processes operate continuously and produce the first fuel gases, which can ignite in the next phase. The next phase, combustion, begins. Combustion is very different than the process of pre-ignition. In this combustion phase, external reactions, including flaming or glowing, liberate energy in the form of heat and light. There are many forms of ignition, such as lightning, volcanic activity, and human action, but ignition does not automatically lead to a wildfire. Ignition happens repeatedly throughout a wildfire's moving path. The 2 types of combustion are flaming combustion and glowing or smoldering combustion. Flaming is the high-temp, rapid conversion of fuel to thermal energy and is characterized by a large amount of residual or burned material. This happens in early stages of fire with fuel producing rapid oxidation reactions. These sustain as the fire moves the flames. Heat is translated in 3 ways. Conduction, which is the transmission of heat through molecular contact. Radiation, which heat transfers through electromagnetic waves. And convection, which heat transfers by the movement of heated gases driven by temperature differences in a fluid. Wildfires transfer heat through convection and radiation, and they increase the surface temperature of fuel. As heat releases, the air and gases become less dense and rise. Convection aids in the continuous process, providing the fire with oxygen. The last phase is extinction, and is the point at which combustion, including smoldering, ceases. When there is no longer heat and fuel to sustain combustion, the fire is considered extinct. When do wildfires occur? Wildfires occur when fuel, oxygen, and heat are all present. They can happen in droughts, dry seasons, and during summer. How to prepare for a wildfire? When preparing for a wildfire, it's important to educate and know if the area you live in has potential for wildfires. This includes knowing histories, fuels, and behaviors that may be present, and know frequency and reoccurrence intervals. Another important thing that can help you prepare for a wildfire is knowing about red flag warnings. What red flag warnings mean that the fire conditions are either occurring or will take place in less than 24 hours. Knowing an evacuation plan is also very important in fire safety. 72-hour kits may include masks or scarves to cover your face in the case of smoke, water, clothing, IDs, precious belongings, and first aid kits. Making sure you have all of these things is important because you may not be able to return to your home. Clearing debris inside and outside of your house, fire-resistant roofing and building materials, Landscaping your property with fire-resistant grasses and plants to prevent the fire getting close to your house to begin with. Keeping fire-protecting tools nearby, such as buckets, hoses, shovels, and rakes in case a fire starts, and having fire insurance to protect your home in the case of the fire. In conclusion, wildfires are one of the oldest natural processes and requires fuel, oxygen, and heat to burn. Wildfires also involve three major phases: pre-ignition, combustion, and extinction. Most areas in the US and Canada near or within grasslands, shrublands, woodlands, and tundra are at risk during dry seasons. The most important in fire management is for homeowners to utilize fire-resistant construction, develop a defendable space around their home, and be prepared to evacuate in case of a fire.